Today's show is sponsored by the ABV Barrel Shop. The ABV Barrel Shop is located in the St. Louis metro community of Arnold, Missouri. The ABV Barrel Shop is focused on one thing, single barrels. Best of all, you can try before you buy. Head over to abvbarrelshop.com to sign up for their email and text distribution so you know what they have in stock, what classes are coming up, and who from the industry may be coming in to visit. The ABV Barrel Shop. It's where single barrels live. We're also sponsored by the Bar to Go. The Bar to Go offers traveling minibars that are no bigger than a small purse or toiletry bag. Best of all, they are fully customizable so you can create the perfect piece that is unique for you. If you own your own business, what a fun and unique way to promote what you do. Check them out online at thebar2go.com. That is the number 2 in the Bar to Go. If you have wholesale questions, call my friend Isabel Clark at 504-481-1297. Finally, we are sponsored by the Neely Family Distillery. NFD is a family-owned business that keeps ringing up awards in the spirits world. Head to Sparta, Kentucky to experience the family history, award-winning spirits, and meet the Neely family. Check them out online at neelyfamilydistillery.com. Now, on to the show.
Let's drink!
Welcome to the Bourbon Daily, the podcast about everything bourbon delivered to you every day of the week. Today on the show, we mail it in for Memorial Day. My name is McNew. Please join me in welcoming my co-host, Steve Akeley, along with our special guests, Brian the Billionaire Thompson, Matt Modica, and Kathy Cole.
Hey gang, what's up?
Hey,
Hello.
guys.
Beginning of summer. Woo!
Hey, beginning of summer. Yes, it is. Now, there's a whole contingent of people who get the two summer end caps messed up. Memorial Day, Labor Day. Labor Day is the one where the wheels fall off. This is usually a normal show, Memorial Day. Just laying the groundwork. I got the feeling this one's going to be just fine. I don't. If you're tuning in thinking this is the crazy one, that's Labor Day. That'll come at the end of summer, and I don't know. It'll probably end up being crazy. It just, I don't know. It happens. There's some sort of voodoo that happens with that.
It's never planned. It's never scheduled.
No, but it happens.
Yes, it doesn't.
And it always does happen.
It goes on damn rails every year.
Yeah.
You know what else this day is?
What's that?
May 26th, Memorial Day this year.
Yeah.
Happens to be my birthday.
Well, happy birthday, buddy.
Birthday.
Oh, look at that.
Yeah.
Everybody reach out to No Fun Modica.
Yeah, no
and
fun.
Wish
Happy
him
birthday.
a
That's also
a
the day.
kiteful birthday.
Yeah, I guess I'll give my kite I bought. I'll give that to him since I
You
can't
know what we
use it.
should do, Steve? We should get a bunch of people to fly kites down his street
Yeah,
in front of his house.
On his birthday.
It's fine because I don't have overhead power lines. Okay. It's
interesting. No, he'll still have something against it. You'll hit the cars. Watch out for the cars. It's a whole thing.
It'll get stuck in a tree.
Right.
You'll get it.
I want to take that event now and take it over to Adam Stump's place because he's out there by himself. So I think we could do a kite day over there. And it's also pretty windy over there. I have to say that.
That'd be a lot of fun, actually.
I think it would be. So I'm going to talk to him. I bet you he'll be up for it. So we'll get to that though soon, and I'll let you guys know. I don't know. Do we bring KK? Should we invite Matt to that or not?
Will it still be?
I think we should invite him, but he's not allowed to participate.
He just has to watch. Yeah, that'll
He
teach
can
him.
only watch.
You can only watch the fun.
Got a
and the
spectator
shenanigans.
pass.
Yeah, spectator
Yes.
pass only. Yeah, it's like a DD. So there you go. That's what you're going to be. All right, Matt, we're gonna throw it to you. You said there's something you wanted to talk about. What was that, sir?
Sure. Yeah. So what is the worst pain you have ever experienced or felt?
Oh, okay. Yeah. I got a bad gallbladder, and when the attacks have gotten progressively worse through the years. At some point, it's an elective surgery. As long as it doesn't go bad and get infected, you can elect to keep your gallbladder, which I've elected to do so because it seems to be pretty random. and I've gone, 5, 6, 7 years without an attack, and then you start feeling pretty confident. I'm good, and then you have one, and it's like the last one I had to go to the hospital. First time ever I had to go to the hospital. That was the worst pain I've ever had. Was that gallbladder attack, man, that was horrible. So if it's another one like that, I think I will agree to get it removed if I have one. I'm hoping I don't. I try to be careful, but yeah, the last
I've heard
one
that
was.
you have to change your diet after you've lost
Yes, you do.
Yeah. So my cousin had that. She can't eat lettuce, which is a
Yeah.
weird thing. Lettuce seems
Yeah.
like it's good for you. She can't eat lettuce.
Everyone in my family has had to have their not my dad, but my mom's lineage. So my grandma, my mom, my aunt, my mom's sister, and then so they've all had their gallbladders out. My wife, that's not related, of course, but so I'm very familiar with the gallbladder. I've lived it. Being with the warden that had the gallbladder problem. So and of course, growing up, my mom had the bad gallbladder. My uncle had it too. So my mom's brother. So all three, my grandma and all three kids. Had it, and then I've got it. I think my sister too has had her gallbladder out. So but it definitely messes you up. So the warden finally found some medication that helps. It's like something she has to drink every day, but before
bourbon.
that. It's just bourbon. She drinks a bourbon every day and she's fine. No, it's not. It's not that. I don't know what she drinks, but whatever it does, it helps.
Tums and energy drink. That would be great.
Tums in an energy drink is what.
I
Tums in a Red Bull.
I want a Tums
Perfect.
and an energy drink.
Perfect. It's some sort of powder she uses, and then has to put it in like a drink. Maybe it's just Tang. I don't. Maybe she drinks Tang every day, and she's fine. So
He is an aspiring astronaut, so I don't doubt it's Tang.
yeah, that would help. So yes.
Maybe.
Yeah, so that was the worst pain that I definitely have ever experienced was the gallbladder. So it's not fun. Not fun. Who else?
I had a ruptured appendicitis.
Okay, that sounds bad.
There
Yeah.
you go.
That was when I was 12 years old.
So you ruptured it. That's really bad. So that's dangerous at that point.
Yeah.
The clock's ticking when it ruptures.
Yeah, the clock was ticking. They told mom and dad that I had a couple hours left. If I didn't make it in that night, then that would have been donezo. So
Yeah.
good thing there. And then after that, about 6 months later, I started getting these weird stomach cramps. And it's a long ass story. I won't bore everybody with it. But I went to every doctor under the sun, had more surgeries on my stomach. No one could figure out what was going on. Lasted for about 13 years, but I would get these incredible, crazy stomach cramps. Like if you do sit-ups and that last sit-up you can possibly do, multiply that pain in your stomach by like 10, by 12, by 15, and it would just sit in my stomach for sometimes 30 minutes and sometimes 12 hours. And it made my, from 12 years old to 25 years old, just a fucking nightmare. Finally found a local guy that practiced some alternative medicine here. Helped me. He just said my body stopped accepting different types of food groups after my ruptured appendicitis got taken out, and but he did some voodoo magic and helped me out, and I don't think about it anymore at all. So it's been.
So you can have the food groups again?
It was I can have any. I can eat. I was scared to eat back when at its worst, and I was getting these cramps 2, 3, 4, 5 times a week. And I was a skinny little dude because I was afraid to eat. I was a vegetarian for 7 years. I was a vegan for 3 years. I went on a rice diet. I went on a broth diet. Nothing helped. And so it was terrible for a long time there. But just that cramping in my stomach, where was it? I was helpless. I saw everybody under the sun and they had all the reasons why it was going on, but they were all wrong. But it was terrible to a point where some of those episodes I was just like, take me now, please, Lord, because I don't want to be here with this. So
Yeah.
it was terrible.
I hear you, man. That's not, but
How
long you been better now though? How many years?
Sure, 23 years now.
Oh shit, yeah, you're good.
Yeah,
You're
a long
good.
time.
Okay,
Yeah,
cool,
yeah,
man.
so-
That's good to hear.
Yeah, definitely.
All right. McNew, worst pain you've ever had?
I don't remember it, but when I was a kid, I was put into traction 3 different times
No.
because my bones grew faster than my
Oh,
ligaments.
I thought something else was causing you back traction.
No, or whatever the fuck that holds your bones in. But no, I did gymnastics, I did track, and I was doing my things, and I had a neck vertebrae that would fall into place all the time. So you have to be in traction. I was put in traction 3 fucking different times.
3 times on traction.
but between when I was 8 and 12.
Okay.
And it fucking sucked. And my mom was like, "You're not going to do gymnastics anymore."
Right.
And I'm not tiny either because my shit would fall into place. But yeah, no, being in track can suck because they also put this thing on your neck that just puts it up there. I think it's raw because there's like a thing on your neck and it just like
Right.
it's raw. And like I wasn't mad about like how my spine was. I was mad about this thing touching my skin. It was like the whole thing. No, I broke my neck 3 times as a child.
Jesus.
Damn.
Jeez.
What the hell, McNew?
I'm good now.
You're good now. Now you're good. Okay.
Hey.
All right, KK, how about you? Worst pain?
I guess I've been pretty lucky.
Well, there has to be something that's the worst.
The worst.
Like you fell down and hit your knee, and it was like, oh, that's the worst pain I've ever felt.
Well, I mean, it's a girl thing. I don't necessarily want to walk you through it, but there was a small tube put through my cervix
Oh God.
to do some stuff,
What?
and then it hurt so bad I threw up.
Okay, that sounds like pretty bad pain.
Okay, because they don't think that hurts, so they don't give you anesthesia.
No,
Right.
they don't.
They
Right.
don't
The dude's a doctor. He's a dude, and he's just
they
like, this doesn't hurt. You're fine.
No,
In the meantime,
They're like, you're gonna feel
you have
a
anything to do with his
pinch.
testicles, he's doubling over just
Yeah.
thinking about it.
They
Yeah.
say you're gonna feel a pinch.
Oh,
Yeah, not a pinch.
not a pinch. Okay.
And then I had a mass removed out of my neck in 2017, and that was fine. But when they took the drain out, they put that tube in there and they just kind of pulled it out.
Right.
And it was probably 8 inches long. And for men, I'm going to show you what 8 inches actually is,
Okay.
so that you
Okay.
can see.
Right.
And that was all the way down in my neck.
Uh-huh.
Just like, okay,
Hold
hold
on.
on and take a deep
Yeah.
breath. Nope.
That's what they always say about nasal surgery. They're like, oh, everybody thinks nasal, they'll break your nose and realign it. Everybody's like, oh, that's gotta be horrible. No, what's bad is when they pack your nose and pull that shit out of there. That's, yeah, like 2 days later when they pull that, that's the pain. That's,
I actually did have like a skin cancer spot removed from my stomach, and the worst part was the stitches because I'm like, okay, remove that mole, remove whatever that is, that's fine, but it was deep. So like, we're gonna go deep. We're gonna like stitch it back up. The stitches sucked because I felt them every time I laughed, every time I said something, did something. I'm like, ah! The stretching of the stitches sucked more than getting it removed.
oh, yeah, there you go. Yeah. Matt, you asked the question, what's the worst pain you've ever had?
So it's kind of for me, it's a tie. It's either kidney stones.
Okay.
I've had kidney stones.
I've always heard those are incredibly painful.
Oh my goodness! Like you just can't believe, and of course the time that I had that, and it started to pass and everything. It was late at night. The kids were young. Linda was like, "What do you want me to do?" And we were like, "We're going to go to the hospital." And so we went to the hospital. Had to wait for my dad to get here to watch the kids, and then we got there, and it was like, I forget. It was some ridiculously hot day. And so there was a lot of people just in the ER because they didn't have cooling at home and things like that. It was just right. And so I'm sitting, they put me on a gurney like in a hallway somewhere, and they just basically forget about me. And in the meantime, I essentially pass it in the while I'm waiting on this gurney, and then they finally come by and like, "You want any pain medicine?" I'm like, "I'm good now." Like, no.
Right.
But yeah, so that was probably part of it. Maybe the tie, and then the other tiebreaker would be a Charlie horse. And I know it sounds silly.
Oh, yeah.
Charlie horse in my lower calf. And this was probably several weeks ago. Just dead asleep wake up in the middle of the night and this thing, my calf is just,
Oh, it's great because it seizes up and you're screaming.
and you can't let it go.
Your partner doesn't know what's going on. You're just screaming. Right. I would assume.
Exactly.
I wasn't there, but I've had the situation before, and it's like, what's going on? What's happening? I'm like, ah!
Well, that's exactly what Linda did. She's like, what's going on? Like, I need to call 911. Like, what's up?
Right. Yeah.
Did you put your
I just
thumb
can't-
in it, or did you walk it out?
I tried to walk it. I got up out of bed real quick. I tried to walk it out, but I mean, it seized for like
It's
a good
terrible.
15 minutes, and it was just
Yeah.
like, oh my gosh,
Yeah.
couldn't get out of it. So
Yeah. Well, it's crazy. Yeah. Yeah. Stuff like that. That's why I always have to have my own hotel room now because I'm at the age where anything can happen. So yeah. Yeah. I can have one of the. I can have
We
the
need
Charlie
to get
horse.
you a
in the-
life alert button.
Yeah, because I don't want to be in a room with someone who I'm just like buddies with that all of a sudden this happens to me and I'm screaming or whatever. So yeah, I just don't need that in my life anymore. So yeah, it's worth it just to spend the extra money on the hotel. So that's my policy. I don't room with friends anymore or anything like that. And I did that for a long
friends
time.
anymore because of my snoring. So
Snoring, yeah.
I had one guy. We went on like this retreat, and we roomed together. And the next morning we woke up and we're at breakfast. He's like, "So, that's a hell of a lot of snoring." he was like, "You might want to get that checked out."
And I'm getting my own room.
Yeah. Did you get it checked out? What'd they say?
I actually did. So I waited several years later, and I also roomed with another buddy when we went up to Chicago for an event. And he told me about it again. I was like, all right, I'll get a sleep study. And I did a sleep study, and it was like, I don't know, 60 or 80 events per hour.
Yeah.
It was bad, really,
Yeah.
really bad.
Yeah.
So now with the help of wonderful CPAP and that mess at night, it's less than one.
Less than one. Okay. Okay. Good.
So is wearing the CPAP worth it?
Yes,
Okay.
the short answer. It's amazing. It's
Really?
You don't. I don't think if you have any kind of sleep trouble that's attributable to that, the first night you actually use it and you relax enough to let it do its thing. It's the best sleep. You'll wonder why you never did it before because you get the best sleep ever.
Okay.
Seriously.
Okay. There you go. On that note, guess what, gang? It's time to drink. What is everyone drinking? Let's start with our sleep study guy, Matt Monica. What do you got there?
Going back to my old reliable Horse and Jockey
Okay.
on the ABV.
Okay.
Oh,
That was all desk.
That was just-
No, we're not giving.
Land on the desk.
I heard no cork pop at all. I heard a desk get hit.
About time, Matt.
It was
Yeah.
not good.
That was not a good one. So, all right. We'll move on to Ryan. Ryan, what do you got there?
I like it because the door is wide open finally
It is.
after Matt's pull. Thank goodness. I'm going to do a throw it down to our friends on the Front Range Old Laws 4-grain straight bourbon whiskey.
Okay.
3, 2, 1.
All right. We're gonna say Ryan has the lead.
That's right.
Barely audible, but I didn't hear anything from Matt's at all other than a desk hit. So, I don't know that I'd celebrate that, but this is where we're at.
Damn
So,
right I'm celebrating.
McNew's next. McNew, what do you got?
I have some Coppercraft.
God damn.
Oh,
It's still not good.
That's right.
wow.
Ryan's got the lead.
That
I've
was
got
louder than Ryan.
Not hardly.
we're gonna let Ryan keep the lead.
That's-
I've got Hemingway Ryan,
all the
and
way.
I don't think this was a great one anyway. And it's more than halfway gone now, so I'm not expecting to let Ryan. You could still have the lead here, so let's see what happens. Here we go. No, that's enough. That's enough to take the lead. I have the
Like a
lead.
whiff.
That was bad. That was not great. I'm not proud of that, but that's definitely the best one we've had so far. KK's last but not least, though.
So after Matt sucked,
Right.
I changed my bottle to get a better chance. But now that the field is so low, I'm going to go back to my original. And it's an MB Roland bourbon.
Okay.
It's got about that much left. So pretty much left.
Most of it left, yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Still terrible.
Yeah, I don't think that was enough. Matt, we'll let you decide, KK or me.
I'm gonna go Steve on that one.
Okay, well, that's what I thought too, but I didn't want to just grab it. So cheers to me. Cheers to me.
Cheers, Steve.
All right, we'll take a quick break, and then when we come back, we're continuing to mail it in for Memorial Day. We'll do that in just a few. Okay, let's talk about the people that make these shows happen. First up is the Stave and Thief Society. Via their in-person class at Moonshine University in Louisville, Kentucky, the Stave and Thief Society is the place where you, a bourbon enthusiast, can expand your knowledge and emerge an executive bourbon steward. In 2017, I completed my executive bourbon steward certification. It's the most comprehensive bourbon certification available and connects you with an expansive network of bourbon enthusiasts and professionals. Check out the full listing of in-person and online certifications and join the society today by enrolling at staveandthief.com. Speaking of Executive Bourbon Steward certification, the ABV Barrel Shop in St. Louis, Missouri has developed a unique partnership with the Stave and Thief Society to offer a preparatory class to assist you in getting your Executive Bourbon Steward certification. This prep class costs only $25 and is available to take live or online via Zoom. Graduates of our class receive a coupon code good for 15% off your Executive Bourbon Steward certification held in Louisville, Kentucky. This saves you almost $90. Additionally, you can collaborate with fellow attendees to split travel costs when you go to Louisville. If you're interested in signing up for the class, simply head over to abvbarrelshop.com and check out the classes and events page. Last but not least, we are sponsored by Neely Family Distillery. Royce Neely is the 11th generation distiller in one of America's oldest distilling families. A visit to Neely Family Distillery takes you through family history, where you can see all the artifacts and newspaper clippings through the years from this family that started distilling in America after James Neely arrived from Northern Ireland in 1740. Today, Royce Neely and his team are crafting some of the best spirits in America. Their bourbon and absinthe offerings keep winning top honors in the spirits competitions. Recently, their absinthe made history as the first platinum winner in the absinthe category at the San Francisco Spirits Competition. Neely Family Distillery is definitely a bucket list destination if you are a bourbon fan. Learn more about their spirit offerings, visiting their facility, and the awards they have collected over at NeelyFamilyDistillery.com. And now, back to the show.
It's JP Knobloch. I have nice hair. On the ABV Bourbon Daily Show.
Welcome back to the Bourbon Daily. Today we are mailing it in for Memorial Day.
Yes, we are. So it's Memorial Day. It's not anybody who tuned in thinking, oh yeah, these shows get crazy. That's Labor Day. This one is typically pretty docile, and I think so far we've followed along with that. Had some fun, had a few laughs, but we've been controlled. So, and I think we'll finish that way. We'll see. McNew, though, you said there's something you wanted to talk about in the second half. What is that?
Yeah, so last weekend, so I moved recently to a town an hour from the town I lived in, whatever. But like everything's small town here, right? Like I feel like St. Louis is a big city, but feels like a small town. So like you run into people in other suburbs, right?
Sure.
So that's kind of how it is here, but we're small towns. I'm at a bar. I'm at a fucking Wings, etc. Like
Wings, etc. This is where you're hanging out now.
With a friend. And I run into somebody I went to high school with. And I was just like, what the fuck are you doing here? I'm like, I give him a big hug and like, we're like buddies and it's cool. And I'm like, what are you doing here? And I'm like, he's like, oh, I'm meeting so-and-so, which is a teacher. One of the people I went to high school with is meeting a teacher.
Oh, hey now.
I'm like,
hey now.
You guys are friends? Like, no, he's meeting it's not like that. But I'm like, you're meeting.
Yeah,
It was like that with our teachers at my high school.
There you go.
Oh,
I mean, not with me, but
like
sure, other people
saw like somebody that was a teacher when you were in high school at a bar, would you be like, "Hi, Mr. B," or would you call them by their name and like be cool with them? Because this was like, "Hi,"
No.
and he was like, "You don't have to call me that," and I'm like, "Oh, because it's been 20 years," and I
Yeah, I think teachers always call the Mr. or Mrs., right? Or Miss, yeah, depending on who the person is. I don't think that changes. Even if you saw them at a bar, I would be like, "Hello, Mr. Petty, how are you?"
yeah.
Well, this is one of the, I live in a small town, very small comparatively, and I coached high school soccer for 20 years, and it's one of my most fun things still. I mean, I retired from doing it 6 years ago or something, but running into one of my old high school players at a bar, and they come up, they're like, "Hey, coach, you want to do a shot?" I'm like, "Oh, shit, you're 21 now?" Sure. If you're buying, I'll do one. Sure, why not? And so I love it. I think it's a lot of fun. The kids love it. It's everyone comes of age every now and sooner or later, right? So I think I get a kick out of it. It's a lot of fun.
I could never be a teacher or a coach or anything like that, but I do see the how that would be impactful. Seeing someone years later and saying you had a positive influence in their life, that'd be pretty cool. But yeah, I just couldn't handle. I suffer from old man anger, and I yell at adults, but I'd treat the kids the same way, and I would be out of that job in a second. I feel because I couldn't last around a bunch of kids. I'd be screaming at them. So
yeah. Certainly these days, the sensitivity is quite high.
Sure.
Back in the day, it wasn't nearly as high, thank goodness. But yeah,
it's true.
No, so this teacher I ran into, he was like, "Hey, whenever I like brought in like movies or whatever," he's like, "I was hungover as fuck. I was going out all the time." I'm like, "I didn't know that. I thought you were like so pure and so nice. Like you think your teachers are like angels." I'm like, "No, they were whole humans in their 30s. Of course they were fucking getting trashed on a Wednesday."
Wow.
He just was like, "Yeah, no, I was drunk all the time." I'm like,
I was drunk all the time.
I
Perfect.
didn't need to know that, but good for you.
Perfect. Yeah.
And what was it, or why was it, I should say, that when we were younger, I'm sure you guys felt this way too. It's like when you saw a teacher when you were young and they were like at Walmart or they're at a Target or whatever it is, right? And they're like, "You go out?"
Right.
It was like
right.
being a celebrity.
What?
Yeah. Yeah.
Look out of the closet snacks. You get real food. What is this?
Right. Yeah.
It's always weird. It's so weird.
It is. It's definitely a weird thing about, the relationship between kids and teachers for sure is always
So weird.
dynamic.
But like they know my mom, and like it was like, "Oh, like my mom would talk to them like they're humans." I'm like, "No, that's Mrs. Whatever. You can't. Like she's like up here. Like you can't just like talk to her like she's a person." My mom's like, "No, it's cool." I'm like, "It's not."
Yeah. What do you think this phenomenon is with teachers and students? And it's the female teachers that make the news. It's probably, do you think it's always been, are things different now, or it's just becomes to the attention of people for some reason today versus 25 years ago?
I think it's because we have the internet.
Yeah,
You think so?
Social media and the internet for sure.
Well,
And
So
they all
female
end up on
teachers
OnlyFans
in
and everything.
my high school.
Do you think that it's just easy to capture people because at some point they're going to have some sort of casual conversation via text, and that's what gets them versus 25 years ago, there was no texting or anything, so they were having these rendezvous, but it's not traceable. Then they come to the teacher and they're like, "No, that never happened. This kid's throwing me under the bus. I don't know what they're." But now these days it's pretty easier, I guess, because there's a trail, I guess, an electronic trail, I guess. I don't know why. I don't understand why it's seems to happen a lot these days.
The kids talk about it, and then it gets picked up, like a parent sees it, and yeah.
Right. Seems like every couple of months, though.
They all communicate this way, right? With their phone in their face.
Yeah. Yeah, it is crazy. McNew, you said there's another topic you wanted to talk about. What was that?
Oh, hold on. Let me bring it back up.
Go to her list. She's texting. She's sexting someone right now.
So while she's looking, I just want to ask you guys a question real quick.
Sure.
I was at my belly up bar.
Okay.
Sitting next to someone who happens to be a bartender at a different bar. And she said there's a drink out there called the burnt turkey.
Okay.
What is that?
They take Turkey 101 and mix it with Fireball.
Oh.
Jeez.
Oh, is it a shot?
That doesn't
Yeah.
sound good. That doesn't sound good. No.
Nobody wants that. That can't. No,
Don't
Right?
do that to your turkey.
I know. I think if someone were to like step into the gift shop when Jimmy is there, mention it to him, do you think he could campaign to stop this bullshit?
I would hope so. Yeah. We gotta curtail that.
Do not put Fireball in
We
your
have a
wild
new
turkey.
American Pope. Maybe we can make the Pope stop this. Because it's just unholy.
Maybe the Pope will stop it. Yeah.
Well, evidently the Pope
all the
picks the
more
Lord.
he wants, we can't do this. This is a no. We can't do it.
Sure, it's high on his priority list, McNew.
It should be. It should fucking be.
He's all over this. Yes.
Yes.
Oh my gosh, the memes for the new Pope are
They've been
incredible.
so good.
Absolutely incredible.
I was actually texting with Swyatt last night about that.
And my friends from Chicago, so many shit about this new Pope. I love it so much.
The Pope.
The Pope.
The Pope. The Pope.
The Pope.
Yeah. All right. What do you got, McNew?
Okay, so I don't know what's happening in my life right now, but like I live in a townhouse now.
In Lafayette? Do you live in Lafayette?
I do not live in Lafayette. I live in another actual college town, unfortunately. But I don't live in Lafayette, but I do live in a townhouse, which makes it an apartment community, which means I don't have a yard for my dogs. I have to walk them where other people walk their dogs, which means I have to fucking talk to people, which I don't mind. I'm an extrovert. I like talking to people. I like meeting people, but I have been meeting the weirdest goddamn people where I'm like, does my face not look mean enough? Why do I look so nice? Because I have ran into the weirdest fucking people in the last weeks. So last week, people came up to me who just look weird. They look like rat people. Like I feel like
people,
like people have like rat faces. I think
that's how they look in Lafayette. So I get it.
No, I don't live in Lafayette.
I heard you live in Lafayette. On that show, they referred to it as the white trash capital of the world. So
it probably is, but that's not where I live.
That's not my saying. I don't know anything about Lafayette, but that's what they said in the Natalia Grace.
I don't know anything about Lafayette. I just know Purdue's there, and they have weird windmills.
Seems like college towns aren't typically like trashy. They tend to be pretty nice.
Okay, so so I'm really 2 blocks from Ball State. So if you
Ball
go
State.
there, I got it. But
right.
no. So my apartment complex, people just like act like I'm a nice person, and they just start telling me their life stories.
Sure.
So like the other night, I was like outside with Oakley, just walking in because he wanted to pee and poop. Great, please do that outside. And this people walked up to me. They was like this couple. They looked rough as fuck, and they had this little baby. And I was like, oh, a cute baby, but rough people. And they were like, hey, we're trying to get like a thing to like inflate an air mattress. Do you know where we can get a cheap one? I was like, I don't know. There's like a dollar store, or you can go to Walmart. So like,
they're homeless, and they were hoping you would let them
like, well,
live with you.
We don't have a car. And I'm like, the dollar stores over there, like we just came for there. It was $12, and I'm like, I'm pretty sure that's as cheap as
Those are beggars.
But they acted like they lived in the back of the neighborhood. So I was like, yeah, I don't know what to tell you. And then the other day I was out with Saint. Like Saint's beautiful and he gets a lot of attention. And this guy was like, and like Saint like likes attention. Like he likes people touching him. And I'm like, oh my God, I'm sorry. Like, I'm so sorry about my dog. He's like, no, it's fine. My dog died 2 weeks ago and he was this and he was that. And I'm like, I'm so sorry. And I got like this dog's whole life story that I didn't ask for. And I'm like, do I look nice? Do I need to like get a better resting bitch face? How can I look bitchier?
I don't think it's, I mean, you have a very nice face.
Can I look bitchier?
You also have a very nice rack.
Tell me your life story. My rack doesn't need that. I don't want energy in that. Like, don't tell me. Like, please leave me alone. How do I look like more leave me alone? I wear black all the time. Black's like my
big baggy clothes.
Right.
Baseball caps. Face masks.
Well, you know what? Linda has this same problem, McNew, and like it's because she does care, and like you will listen,
I do
right?
care about people, and I want the best for people. But like, please, I'm just trying to walk my dog. I just want him to take a shit and leave me alone.
I just want him to take a shit.
Don't talk to me right now.
It goes with the territory, McNew. When you get a dog, you got to expect these things.
Right. It all goes back to, though, McNew, of course, is very turned off by these people that are talking to her. But I'm guessing if John Hamm happened to be walking his dog on there, suddenly she'd be okay with engaging in conversation. Yeah. And if John Hamm told the story, hey, my dog just died. I just want to pet the dog here. It's pretty cool. Thank you. I think everything's okay. So what does it really come down to? Does it come down to you don't want to have these conversations, or does it come down to you don't want to have the conversations with the people
With
you've had
those people.
with?
Okay, so actually, Steve is calling me out on Front Street, and he's
Yeah.
not wrong. If an attractive person
Well, sure.
now, I'd be like, oh my God, I'm so sorry about your dog.
But okay,
Dog
what-
touched my boob.
okay. We've had a breakthrough here. All right, so let's take it one step further now. Let's take it from their perspective. So now you're talking about if there was the John Hamm type that was walking the
Yes.
person, you'd be
Yeah.
okay with it. For them, they're like, there's this really attractive, exotic looking lady that walks the dogs, and she's talking to me. This is exciting for them.
I'm just being nice.
So you're their female John Hamm. This is the problem that you have to deal with, McNeil.
It wasn't a movie.
This is something that I don't have to deal with. Attractive person problems. You have attractive person problems. People want to talk to you. I don't have to deal with anything like that. They just assume I don't make eye contact with them.
But like, act like I'm he's like, my dog just died. What am I supposed to do? I don't know. I'm saying I'm sorry, and I'm like, I'm trying to rush my dog, and now I feel like an asshole because I'm rushing my dog that's still alive. I'm like, please, let's go, because I don't want to have this person. But I'm glad that he's alive and he can shit outside. Like, I don't know.
It's exciting. Yeah. Congratulations to Saint for shitting outside. Congratulations.
Maybe you just need to put a stake in your patio, like in the, and let them.
Okay, so I thought about that, but like Saint's never done good on those. Like, he just gets out there and screams at me if I put him on.
Yeah.
He wants to walk. Yeah.
Huskies do scream.
He is a screamer.
He's a screamer.
He's actually sleeping right now. He's actually.
The dog you should get is like a bulldog, ones that really don't want to walk, that are like the couch potatoes. They'll go outside to take a shit, but when they go out, they just want to go out and get that done, and they want to get back in and get on the couch.
We've got two pugs, and they're exactly like that.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
They
that would be a good breed for you too, where it's like, they're more indoor dogs where they want to be inside and hanging out.
I know after these two, so I have Saint, that's a husky. I have Oakley.
He's got to get out and move. Saint can't
Chihuahua
be cooped up. He's going to go crazy. So
Yeah,
there's dog breeds where you can't just have them sit around.
When they're gone, I want Pomeranians again. I had a Pomeranian in high school, but I want black Pomeranians. I'm going to name them Lugosi and Karloff.
That's a lot of hair, though. That's just too much hair.
Because they're easier to board. I can't board a big dog. They have big personalities.
They are easier to board.
A little dog.
They have those Pomeranians tend to have problems too. They
get eye boogers. They get allergies.
Eye boogers. They get
problem. Yeah, Macy had problems.
They have problems. But.
That was my parents' problem, not my problem.
Okay.
So I don't want to take all the attention away from McNew.
Oh, you should.
Go
Please
ahead.
do, because I'm fun. Please.
Recently, a kid ordered 70,000 dum-dums.
I saw that
on Amazon. Yeah.
Why?
And it happened in Kentucky.
What was
It happened in Kentucky.
Okay.
It was $4,000 worth of dum-dums.
$4,000, $4K worth of dum-dums. Okay.
Allow that to happen. Good for her, but like, damn, like.
So what's interesting is they said that Amazon accepted the return after pressure because of the media. I'm like, no, I can return stuff to Amazon pretty easily all the time.
I can return it tomorrow if I said I'm a fucking idiot and I didn't want it. Yeah.
Imagine taking 70,000 dum-dums back to Kohl's. Just have them pack up. Here you go.
Mine is the UPS store. They want me to go to the UPS store.
Oh.
So you can order one thing for a lifetime supply from Amazon, and it comes in one shipment, and you have it And like this was a lifetime supply of Dum-Dums.
Yeah.
Why not just keep the dum-dums?
So
$4,000 is a lot of money for certain people, Ryan. I get it for you. It's
No,
yeah, I mean, as a
Yeah,
billionaire,
Bad.
Yeah,
you
yeah.
probably have $4,000 worth of Dum-Dums delivered on a
Right,
weekly
yeah.
basis.
I get the fact that it's like no big deal, but for a lot of working people, their kid getting on your Amazon account and you buy it now for $4,000 worth of Dum-Dums. That could be a problem.
Halloween's right around the corner.
No one's giving out $4,000 worth of Dum-Dums.
It's 70,000 Dum-Dums.
That's a lot.
Okay,
You got storage
so-
issues.
So when we were in high school, we would sell blow pops, right?
Right.
And
Thank
there'd be
you.
like all those some fundraisers and stuff, and we'd sell them for like $0.25 a piece, right?
Right.
So if I'm kind of doing the math here, if they only spent $4,000 on those things, there's 70,000 of them. That's $17,000 that they have the potential to
Sure,
go.
sure.
Right?
They don't let you
Well,
sell stuff. Now, maybe with appropriate charity, yes, but the charity of Matt Monica is not going to fly. So,
That's true. That's very
yeah.
true.
We used to always have kids selling stuff, and you buy stuff from your fellow students all the time when I went to school. Ryan was the guy who sold a lot of stuff.
I was going to say I was known as the candy man in junior
Right,
high.
right, yeah, yeah. So that's not. But those days are over. They don't. I mean, my daughter went to school. You can't bring stuff like that in. You can't even
You
bring
can't haul in
cupcakes in on your birthday.
70,000 Dum-Dums and
Can't bring in-
stock
yeah.
them in your locker.
Get rid of your $70,000 worth of Dum-Dums.
I would
So
have been doing.
No, so like I was like the last generation, like where your mom could like make like cute like cupcakes for holidays and bring them in with like little.
your mom
sticker-
ruined it. You're saying?
No. But then like my nieces are like, nope, they have to be store bought, and like
Right. You can do like Little Debbie's if they're packaged and stuff. That's what you have to give now.
my sister-in-law like owns a bakery, but she can't bring her stuff
Nope.
in because it's not in plastic. She can't bring her stuff, which is better than the store-bought shit, but she can only bring
Of
store-bought.
course.
Crazy.
Well, you don't want to, have a. It's like the candy, Halloween candy. What are
Yeah.
people going to put in it? They're not going to. They're kids. What are they going to do to it? Just
Nobody is giving your kids free drugs. We're keeping all our drugs to ourselves. Thank you. Nobody likes your kids that much. No,
Zach.
we're not giving free drugs away.
No.
Not happening.
We're not taking their peanut butter cups. We want their drugs.
We want the drugs.
Yeah.
No, we're not giving those away.
Yeah. So there you go. There. I think that's a good show, right? We mailed it in for Memorial Day. We didn't get out of control. We had meaningful
We
and deep discussions.
drugs, but
We learned a lot about McNew. Yeah, and what she's got going on.
oh god damn it! I don't want to watch this.
Right. So yeah. So
Fine.
it's okay. We still have Labor Day in 3 months.
3 months till Labor Day. Don't forget in between we got McNew's 4th of July photo. I know a lot of people are counting down to that.
Maybe. What? Like, you should vote on what lake you want that one. Tell me Brookville or Monroe. I could make those happen.
Brookville or Monroe. Okay. Well, yeah,
Maybe.
we'll
I don't
see.
even know what that means.
I think there'll be. So KK, I just want to. I'm consulting now with KK. I only want to talk to KK.
Okay.
Do you think there will be a 4th of July photo?
Oh, absolutely.
Of course. She's acting like they're. I don't know. We'll see. 100%. Yeah.
This is her brand.
This is her brand.
You don't give up on your brand.
Look at that. The one that Jim printed on a barrelhead is still back there.
Yeah. Of course.
I took that
Of
with
course.
me.
And you know who's going to look at it first in my household is the warden, and I'll know when it hits because I forget. The day of. It just ends up being another day to me, and then I'll hear, "Jesus Christ, why does she do this?" And I'm like, "Oh yeah, that's right. The 4th of July photo's out." Yeah. So McNew will be. Yeah.
Oh Jesus Christ! I feel obligated at this point. I don't care. I
I mean, she doesn't want to do it, of course, but yeah. What are you going to do? What are you going to do?
What are you gonna do? The people expect it. You have to do it. So.
There you go. On that note, we're going to wrap this one up as we always do by talking about where people can find us. KK, we'll start with you. Where can people find you?
You can find me on Instagram at KKCastStrength.
All right, Matt.
You can find me on my website, sabertoothcyber.com. And remember, it's Monica with 1D and no fun.
Ryan.
Across all socials at 10th MTN Whiskey. Our website's 10thwhiskey.com. That's 10th Whiskey with an E. And if you go on our website and buy a little merch, buy a bottle, Use promo code DAILY for 10% off your order.
Sweet. McNew.
I'm on Instagram at McNew ABV.
All right, for me, I'm an easy guy to find at Steve Akeley, Twitter, Instagram, or Facebook. I've got a website, steveakeley.com. We've also got the company website. That thing's abvnetwork.com. Check that one out. Everything that we do is out there. Previous shows, blogs, so much more, abvnetwork.com. Come by and see me, the ABV Barrel Shop, the place where you can try before you buy. We're online, abvbarrelshop.com. McNew, anything else to say before we get out of here?
I'd like to remind the audience, so please give us a 5-star review. That includes comments, helps new people find the show, which is very important to us. And if you like what we're doing, we ask you please visit our Patreon page at patreon.com/the ABV Network.
Great job today, gang. For audience, we'll have a brand new show for you tomorrow. Looking forward to that. Until then, take care, everybody. See ya.
Hey, guys.
Bye.
Peace. Before we let you go, let's talk about one last thing. The ABV Barrel Shop in the St. Louis community of Arnold, Missouri. The ABV Barrel Shop is focused on a couple of things. First of all, single barrels. We are the place where single barrels live. We go to distilleries, taste through the whiskey, select the best barrel, and have it shipped to our store where we present it to you, our customers, by allowing you to try before you buy. We're also known for the classes that we have in our education center in the store, as well as the events we have with industry professionals from the bourbon business. If you are in the St. Louis area, please come by and visit us at 6 Fox Valley Center in Arnold, Missouri. Or at a minimum, at least sign up for our email and text distribution so you know exactly what's going on in our shop over at abvbarrelshop.com. This is Steve Akeley, owner of the ABV Network, signing off. We thank you for listening to our programming and truly appreciate your support.
The Bourbon Daily is part of the ABV Network. For more information or to become a sponsor, please visit abvnetwork.com. Thanks for listening and cheers.
This has been a Steve Akeley production.